Welcome to another episode of We Reacts. Cause that's who reacting. We. I'm the host. 3. And appreciate you for rocking with me. Let's get to work. Um, the video, shout out to the family TV, my brother. The title, Chicago man kills a man over on camera for staring at his bad built girlfriend. Let's get to work.
He wins when the family feels, but my
can I get a pack of Capri with 20 minutes long? I'm good. 19.
That good smoke.
Damn, he jumped out the whip for that. Mo, he didn't even, listen, we couldn't hear if he said anything. Because these are the people just running the tape footage for the people or whatever. So you don't hear what's being said on the camera, but like, look, or he is looking at her. Like, yeah, yeah. But like, he is looking. I don't know if he said anything.
I'm good. Good smoke.
Soon as she walked off, I don't know if this was like a lineup, if they knew each other. We gonna see. Cause like, dude jumped out, blick in hand, like look.
19.
Y'all think I'm lying? Watch this.
That good smoke.
You see him like, look, look.
Station.
Once I seen him back up, you already know what's going on.
Overnight turned deadly. Now police are searching for a shooter.
Our Sarah Maki was in Grand Crossing talking to employees about the murder just feet from their front door.
Caller states that a person is shot on the ground. The male is not breathing. We got fire rolling that way.
Before the two left.
He shot in the house. Says he's shot in the head. Multiple cases.
Police were here 4 hours collecting evidence and returned later for the surveillance video.
Were they on foot or in a car?
They fled in a white vehicle, unknown make or model. The female was wearing a brown jacket, black leggings. That's all the information.
Pat, she did not have, bro. Y'all seen what the girl had on? Black jacket, blue. Where they get that? All right.
All they have at this time.
The crime scene going to consist of around 11 shell cases, a vehicle with a plate,
And then hit him 11 times? Damn.
white socks, and then our victim.
Some people are best described the dude we talk about today as a simp, a dude that's tendered. But that's what we got here today. Fam, today we talk about a story that highlights how some people just can't help but hate, and sometimes that hate lead to devastating consequences. Today we talk about a man in his early 40s who was riding in the passenger seat of his girlfriend's car and still got the nerve to be upset of another man. And according to surveillance footage that we'll later break down, this man got upset because another man looked at his girlfriend. Now, I'll let you be the judge on a scale of 1 to 10 on how you rate her. But of course, on this platform, we don't give opinions. We simply call it what it is. Sometimes, it's just plain and obvious when someone is acting out of pocket. And in this case, the situation we talk about.
Family, you capping. You capping. Hold on.
But of course, on this platform, we don't give opinions. We simply call it what it is. Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
It's just plain and obvious when someone is acting out of pocket. And in this case, the situation we talk about today escalated far beyond what anyone should consider acceptable. Now, what's even more tragic is that this man, who seemingly had nothing going on for himself, took a life on camera, all over a glance, a look that's often harmless to most. In this video, we We'll go over his story, examine his criminal history, and pay our respects to the victims involved. It's a stark reminder that sometimes people's insecurities or anger can turn a moment of jealousy into a permanent tragedy. But nonetheless, we break down what happened, analyze the players involved, and reflect on the serious consequences of letting hate and ego get the better of us. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fan, meet Jonathan Robinson, 41 years old. He's from Chicago, Illinois. He's the suspect in the video on why we're here today. But before we go over his current situation, I want to take it back to a situation just 15 years ago, back in 2010, when Robinson was just 31 years old. He was a part of a home invasion with a man named Leroy Owens, who shot and killed a 72-year-old man who went by the name of Anthony Eglin as they robbed his home in the Morgan Park neighborhood of Chicago.
Hold on. What are you talking about? Hold on.
This man, who seemingly had nothing going on for himself, took a life on camera, all over a glance, a look that's often harmless to most. In this video, we'll go over his story, examine his criminal history, and pay our respects to the victims involved. It's a stark reminder that sometimes people's insecurities or anger can turn a moment of jealousy into a permanent tragedy. But nonetheless, we break down what happened, analyze the players involved, and reflect on the serious consequences of letting hate and ego get the better of us. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Fan, meet Jonathan Robinson, 41 years old. He's from Chicago, Illinois. He's the suspect in the video on why we're here today. But before we go over his current situation, I want to take it back to a situation just 15 years ago, back in 2010, when Robinson was just 31 years old. He was a part of a home invasion with a man named Leroy Owens, who shot and killed a 72.
Oh, so this is the same dude that just killed the dude. He was in a home invasion 10 years or 15 years ago where with a guy named Leroy Owens where they killed the 72-year-old dude, bro. What you get out of that? Like, really? Like, you could have just like pushed him to the like kill him? Bro, we gotta do better. Men, people, society, humans, like humanity, like we have to do better, bro. Like you don't gotta be rich, bro, to be happy, bro. You do not gotta be rich to be happy, bro. You got them people that live in them tribes in them in the forest and the jungle and stuff like that. They've been out of reach, out of touch with civilians and people for so long. They are comfortable. They don't have doctors. Whatever they got over there, that's what they got. And if you go over there, they will kill you. Look up the Sentinel tribe. They will kill you if you go over there. Somebody just recently went over there and they killed him. So, I mean, I'm just saying it was a pattern. And now look, God let him slide with that one. You feel me? And then look, he wasn't on his dean after that. And now look what he got himself into over nothing. Over nothing, bro. Like, bro, you was in a passenger seat. You see dude glancing at your shorty. He's a man. She's a female. He looked. He is not like he likes looking at guys. He looked at her, bro. He probably didn't even say anything. But even if was it like was that bro? You didn't even think it through. Like you didn't even think it through. Like sitting in the car, like yo, let me at least cover my mask. I put a mask on. At least let Shorty pull up, pull around the corner so I could get her car off the camera. Like he didn't even think this shit through. Let me let Shorty pull off. We get in the car, pull off on camera, then I'll spin back. He didn't even think this shit through. I'm not saying he should have. I'm just saying he should have thought it through. That's all I'm saying.
2-year-old man who went by the name of Anthony Eglin as they robbed his home in the Morgan Park neighborhood of Chicago. The incident happened August 20th, 2010 on the 10,000.
Then they robbing around here, they running around here kicking doors, robbing old people houses. Bro, go get a job, cuz. Harlem, 3-0 on 3-0. Go get a job. On 3-0. Go get you a job, cuz. All that, you gonna wind up like this, folks. I'm telling you, cuz. It's a revolving door.
800 block of South Saginaw Street. Now, a couple people testified during this case. One of the people, who was allegedly there with the man, Keishona King, she testified that she arrived with the man at his residence at around 11 p.m. and watched movies. During the night, a masked man later identified as Owens entered the room, pointed a gun at her, and threatened to kill her. She heard gunfire downstairs, saw Langford's father injured, and later identified Owens at the police lineup. Though she did not see the defendant that night, Langford Aglin confirmed he was at the house with King, noticed the open trunk of his mother's car, and saw the defendants jump down from a window. He heard threats and saw Owens with a gun, which led to a confrontation, where Owens pointed a gun at him, and he later identified Owens in a lineup. Langford acknowledged possession, drugs, and cash, but was told he wouldn't be prosecuted for drug offenses. Now, Robertson was allegedly the driver for Owens, and he later confessed and cooperated with local authorities, which explained why he was here 15.
He cooperated with the local authorities, which explains why he was here. Son of my butters.
And he later confessed and cooperated with local authorities, which explained why he was here 15 years later and not arrested for murder. Fast forward May 14th, 2025, in the 7400 block of South Stone.
So he really got a second chance. He cooperated with them and only got 15, not for the murder or whatever the case with the dude. I don't know how much time dude got. I hope you say that. But so you get out and then you do this? Smart man.
Stony Island, South Shore neighborhood. A man named Donnell Boyd, 40 years old, dressed in a red jacket and hat, was also at the local gas station at this address. In front of him is an unidentified woman. And this is exactly how that encounter went down.
Can I get a pack of Capri Ones when you make that long? I'm good. 19.
No, he did say something. It sounded like you heard her talking afterwards. I heard her say 19. And then he said, I'm good. Hold on, let me hear this again. I gotta really listen.
Can I get a pack of Capri Ones when you make that long? I'm good. 19.
Oh no, he definitely did say something to her, I can't make out exactly what he said. Maybe family going ready to tell us, but I can't really make out. But I heard her say, nah, I'm good. I did hear her say that. I'm not gonna hold you. I did hear her say that. Nah, I'm good. So I don't know. And then he must have asked her, how old is you? She said 19 and walked away. Dude is 40 something years old and she is
That good smoke.
We have to stop it there. The man Donnell Boyd was arguing with later shot him 7 times. Later identified as 41-year-old Jonathan Robinson. Apparently
41. She's 19. Y'all heard her age loud and clearly.
that was his girl. He ain't like how he was looking at her.
Gas station overnight turned deadly. Now police are searching for a shooter.
Our Sarah Maki was in Grand Crossing talking to employees about the murder just feet from their front door.
It happened here at 1:15 in the morning. Only one overnight clerk inside this station, but employees.
I know how this gonna play out, right? Her car was on camera. No matter what the car was on camera, bro. If the plate was on camera, if they're gonna follow the car through other cam, she is gonna get ran down on. They're gonna blitz her house today. They're gonna blitz it. And when her mama or whoever they find out what the fuck is going on, he is going to jail. And then she gonna be out here with the next motherfucker. So was this smart? Guys, be wise, please, bro. Don't throw your lives away like this. Please.
Employees who arrived hours after the crime tell us the entire thing was caught on surveillance video.
Caller states that a person is shot on the ground. The male is not breathing. We got fire rolling that way.
Employees couldn't share video of the overnight incident, but told us it looked like the people involved were strangers. They tell us a woman was here to buy something when a 40-year-old man who didn't seem to know her approached. The woman did not seem interested, they tell us, and told us another man got involved, seemingly on her behalf. But even as the woman tried to leave, a fight between the two men continued. The man who was already with the woman pulled out a gun and fired at the 40-year-old before the two left.
What are you talking about?
Says he's shot in the head.
Multiple casings.
Police were here for hours collecting evidence and returned later for the surveillance video.
Were they on foot or in a car?
They fled in a white vehicle, unknown make or model. The female was wearing a brown jacket, black leggings. That's all the info they have at this time.
Employees wouldn't talk to us on camera, but tell us they are upset by the rounds of gunfire that led to murder just feet from their front doors.
The crime scene going to consist of around 11 shell casings, a vehicle with a plate, white socks, and then our victim.
Police tell us they haven't made any arrests for this crime. Area 1 detectives are investigating. They also are not releasing the name of that 40-year-old man because they are trying to track down his.
Now, this incident happened 5+ days ago, but the surveillance footage has been leaked online less than 24 hours. And the sister of Donnell had went to Facebook and said the following: I just watched this man shoot my brother down for no reason, all because he said he got good smoke. You crazy. Ain't you sick in the head for this one? I hate I even watched that bullshit. You wrong, dude. He deserved to be done the same way. Y'all don't even have a heart anymore. And Donnell later got arrested May 16, 2020.
Wow, he just said I got smoked. She said, "Nah, I'm good." So yeah, it definitely don't make his story no good when he go to court. Dude say, "I got smoked. Nah, I'm good." How old is you? 19. Oh, okay. Just checking if she should be even smoking in the first place. Probably. And then look, damn.
25, with this next court appearance being June 4th, 2025, he's held on a no bond. But there you have it, fam. This was the story of a Chicago
You got the guy book.
man who decided to take the life of another man on camera, all because he looked at his girl and said he had good smoke, allegedly. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Want to say rest in peace to the victim and love and condolences to his family. We send a prayers to whoever was affected by the story we just talked about. Talk to me in the
For real, but damn, shout out to the family and to the next one. I'm gone.